In this video, we're going to be solving and graphing simple inequalities by either multiplication or division. And we're going to go through a few different examples. So in our first example, we have 6x is less than negative 30. So remember, we're trying to get the x by itself. And so we need to get rid of the 6. Right now, the 6 is multiplying with the x. And the opposite, or the inverse of multiplication, is division. So we will divide both sides by 6, and 6 divided by 6 is 1, leaving us with 1x. We divided by a positive 6, so our symbol will stay the same. And then negative 30 divided by positive 6 is negative 5. When we go to graph that equation, we will have an open circle at negative 5, and then we will point towards our smaller numbers because x is smaller than negative 5. Let's take a look at our next example. Here we have 48 is less than or equal to 16f. We're trying to get the f by itself. So we need to get rid of the 16. Right now, the 16 is multiplying with the f. So we want to do the inverse of multiplication, which is division. So we'll divide both sides by 16. And when we do that, we get 3. Because 16 was a positive 16, our symbol will stay the same, so less than or equal to f, because 16 divided by 16 is a 1, so we'll have 1f left over. Then when we go to graph it, we're going to have a closed circle at 3 because it's less than or equal to, and it says 3 is smaller than f. So if 3 is smaller than all of the f's, then that means f has to be bigger than the number 3. A little clue is that when the f is on the right-hand side, our arrow will point the opposite direction of our symbol. So if our symbol is pointing to the left, our arrow will point to the right as it is now. Let's take a look at our next example. Here we have negative 6 over 7 is less than or equal to 3 over 7 times f. So again, we're trying to get the f by itself. So we need to get rid of the 3 over 7. So we want to know, what is 3 over 7 doing to the f? And here we see that it is multiplying. So because it's a fraction, we have a couple different options. We could divide both sides by 3 over 7, which works if you have a calculator that will do that for you. But if not, what you might want to do is to multiply by the reciprocal. So we can multiply both sides by 7 over 3, and that will cross out our 3's and cross out our 7's. Then on the top, we will have 42, negative 42 over 21, and then because our fraction, our 7/3 was positive, our symbol is going to stay a less than or equal to f. Then we just need to reduce our fraction. And we can reduce negative 42 over 21 to negative 7/2. So less than or equal to f. Then when we go to graph that, we'll start with our negative 7/2, and that's about negative 3.5. So negative 3 will be there, negative 4 will be there, negative 5, and we might even have, if we were to extend this line a little bit, a negative 2. Then we're going to have a closed circle at negative 7/2, and it says that negative 7/2 is smaller than f. So we want our arrow to point in the other direction. And that's our answer.